Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Hey, if you guys are watching the replay of this, hey, how are y'all? Hope y'all are having a blessed one. And hey, if y'all are new here, subscribe. Yes, hit that subscribe button, guys. Over the weekend, Diddy was, woo, so much dirt has came out on Diddy, guys. J-Lo has fled. The FBI says she is gone. She's out the country. I don't blame her. She got to be so embarrassed. And she's, she was, that divorcing Ben, the drunk. Yeah. I would not want to be J-Lo, y'all. Yeah. But hey, Justin Bieber, y'all, over the weekend, the video of him allegedly, it looks like it was, he was going down on Odell Beckham. Now, I like Justin, and he just had a baby, so I'm not, I was going to try to link it on here, but out of respect, man, I'm not going to show it. That man, he was a child, man. Like, Diddy, man. Diddy definitely groomed a lot of these young kids, and Usher and Justin and these young girls. And then on top of it, he had an adopted white daughter out of nowhere, Ava Combs. Allegedly, she was a missing child, man. But yeah, the video of Justin, going down, it looked like he was going down on Odell Beckham. Now, when I lived in Atlanta, I lived in a high rise, and the top floor, the penthouse, Trey Songz was allegedly to live there. I ain't never seen Trey Songz in there, but it was always empty because you could see straight through it. The glass windows at the top, you could see straight through it. But the rumor in the building was it was Trey Songz' penthouse. Right across the street, guys, and I never really put this together, but literally right across the street, we could look out our windows and see the restaurant of Diddy's called Justin's. Hey. And this was back in like 08, like it was probably like 2008, 07. And Justin was, young back then. So I never saw any people, because literally like right across the street from my house, the building was Justin's. And then there was like a four-way stop, like a little stoplight, and then the other side was a restaurant called Houston's. But Houston's was always up and popping, and they had happy hour and stuff. But nobody was ever in Justin's, unless if there was an event. Then you'd see like these big booty girls coming. I know, don't I wish? But hey, y'all, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Definitely. Once I get to 10,000, I'm going to work on getting a new camera and stuff. I know my camera here is not the greatest, guys, but yeah. And I never really put two and two together, because back then my ex, his one daughter, she met Justin Bieber down there in Atlanta, actually right up the street at a Subway. So and Trey Songz, and how it all wraps together is Trey Songz is in this video that got leaked out. It resurfaced over the weekend when Justin looked like he was coming up from going down on Odell Beckham, and you see Trey Songz on, right there standing, giggling and laughing and stuff. What I found more interesting even than that was one of the parties, like it was an album party or something that they had, and Trey Songz was there, and it was hosted by, I guess, Kevin Hart, which Kevin Hart, man, I cannot stand that dude. That something about that little dude, like that little midget, man, like I cannot stand that guy. He's so, like, you get this, he had this wife, and I'm sure he was married when they were showing that video, because he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in the hot tub afterwards, man. So much stuff came out over the weekend about all of this stuff, man. And the fact that Jennifer Lopez has, she skipped town. She's like, I ain't dealing with this crap. Her name came out in the book of Kim Porter over the weekend too, that she had something to do with the Shine situation as well. That was in my other video that still might be downloading. But her name was definitely mentioned in that Kim Porter tell-all book that came out this weekend. So I'm not surprised, to hear that the FBI is saying, "Oh yeah, we can't find J-Lo. She done flew the coop." She's got to be so embarrassed from what was in that book. Talking, man. And then on top of it, she married a drunk that Ben Affleck did not want to marry her. She probably put pow to his head, like, "You gonna marry me, fool?" Like, nah, I don't know. But yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I'm gonna make this one short, but let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Diddy definitely groomed a lot of these boys and a lot of these young girls that he was, dating and stuff? Or do you think that he's just innocent? I'm sure he's not innocent, man. That dude is one sick pup. So much. I cannot believe, like, if y'all haven't got that book, that Kim Porter book, it's on Amazon, guys. It's like $22. I read it over the weekend. It even said about J-Lo, and when she come over the night with Kim Porter was, at Diddy's, they open up the door. She's screaming and yelling, "How could you? How could you?" Da, 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 about the incident at the nightclub with Shine. And, she admitted, like, and Kim was standing there and she heard all of it, allegedly, that, Diddy set Shine up for the fall to take that fall, to go to prison for that one. And Kim Porter said that they all ended up, not that night, but a few nights, a little while later, they ended up, with threesomes and stuff with J-Lo and Diddy and Kim. I don't know, man. The whole book was disturbing. Nobody's innocent. And they say it's highly weird. And in the Bible, man, it says about that it's going to go, California's going to flood because of all the sin out there. I never really understood why they call it highly weird, but woo, man, I would not sell my soul for all that money in the world like some of these celebrities have, because all the stories, that are coming out, especially even just over the weekend, man, I could not. It was just like every story I kept seeing and hearing was like worse than the next. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? I don't understand it. It's like Diddy supposedly, yeah, man, beyond weird. Even I saw an interview last night with one of Cassie's, best friends. And she was just like, the first night I met Diddy, she just kept saying the word weird, about how weird and odd he was. Like, he just, it just made the hair on the back of her neck stand up type of weird. That's that narcissistic, man. And even Kim Kardashian, she a straight narcissist too. And that whole Kardashian crew, they so weird. But yeah, the Kris Jenner though, even over Kris Jenner over the weekend, I kind of connected the dots there with her boyfriend, Corey Gamble, because y'all know how Corey was seen at the scene of the crime because he was supposed to have been best friends with Kim Porter. And he was there as soon as the coroner gets there. And all her phones and stuff come up missing. Supposedly he was there when Michael Jackson, passed away as well. And the coroner showed up. So I don't know, but that whole, because I couldn't figure out how Kris Jenner and I've been thinking, I've been seeing these people, I know a lot of people, they take stuff just for face value, but not me, man. I'm always just sitting back and what's really going on there? Because I see through the bullshit, really, is what it is. But Kris Jenner, I couldn't, because everybody kept telling me there's a woman that's even higher up and worse than P. Diddy, and she's the main one running the show. And I was like, oh, it's probably just a music, CEO exec, or something, like one of them dirty old men that, but everybody kept saying it was Kris Jenner. And I was like, Kris Jenner, how does her old dirty ass, like, she need to go sit her old ass down somewhere and play some bingo. But I couldn't figure out how she, got into the equation of it. And I kind of put it together last night. And this is just my opinion. She dating Corey Gamble, who was a nobody. He come out of nowhere. Nobody know who the fuck did, like, I'm sorry. Nobody knows who this dude is. This dude is a nobody. And he's all stupid looking and stuff, man. Like, he's a, you can just tell I don't know. He just kind of, yeah, like, to see them two together, it's just weird. But then, I just kind of always thought that Diddy and the Kardashian girls, it was like they was all real tight, but it was just sexual because, like let's face it, how Kim, she got famous laying on her back. I mean, let's keep it real. She was laying on that back, got famous, and we all know them girls, they all like to share. So I was just like, you know what, even Kris Jenner, she probably had a round or two, 3 or 4 with Diddy, but I thought maybe that's all it was. But to see the actual photos, because I kind of forgot, and I was like, oh wait, Corey Gamble was in them pictures in the background when the coroner showed up to Kim Porter's house. And I'm like, because we know Diddy ain't going to do the work himself. He ain't going to do nothing dirty himself. Okay, he did the incident at the nightclub, but even then he still paid off Shine to take the downfall. And even in the book over the weekend of Kim Porter's, and if you're P. Diddy right now over the weekend when I was sitting there reading Kim Porter's book, I was like, man, if I was Diddy right now, I'd probably be crying in that jail cell because he ain't ever going to see the light of effing day ever again. No. But it's sick though. It's real. Honestly, it's real sick how we got these guys just because they got money. Okay, so they're telling, like, okay, say Diddy, when he was younger, he trying to get into the game of the music industry. Bend over is basically what they told him. You got to bend over. You want another record? Keep bending over and taking it. And that video of Justin that came out over the weekend, I mean, I kind of connected the dots with Trey Songz. No, I swear on everything I love. We never, because you could look straight up in that penthouse on top of my building that I lived in, right across from Justin's, Diddy's restaurant. It was named after his son. You could look straight through the windows because it was all glass. And you could see like a spiraling staircase go up. There was never, not one time I lived there, and I lived there for a couple of years, not one time was there lights on. Now, I mean, I never really, back then, we always heard like the stories about who, what celebrities was on the DL, because in Atlanta, we got a lot of DL mother. So, I mean, it wasn't nothing to hear, because we always heard like Trey Songz, Usher, and Luda. Always them three. Never, I mean, I heard about Kanye, but, we didn't really give a crap about Kanye like that, because who cares, But we always heard Usher, because Usher, he always at the skating ring skating. Yeah, us Georgia folks, we love some roller skating, but so anyway, we could see him at the roller skating rink and not think nothing of it. He probably there when, in the back getting his freak on with some other dude. We didn't care. We could have cared less back then. But now that it's all coming to light, I'm texting some of my homegirls, I'm like, y'all remember when we lived in the building, because some of my homegirls, that's how I met them. They all lived in the same building. And they're like, oh, yeah, I know, right? Do you think Justin, do you think they were taking Justin and Usher, from acting like it was an event in the city that, like that weekend or whatever, and taking them up to Trey's, penthouse? Hey, I'm just saying, it was really convenient. Let's take a little walk across the street here. Let's have us a couple, you come up here and have a drink. watch TV, Justin, whatever. Well, yeah, Justin was still young then, but I kind of put the dots together on that and the whole Corey Gamble situation over the weekend. And I was kind of curious to see when I was reading that book, what would happen to even J-Lo. Like, is she going to come out? Is she going to be like, oh, no, that's not true. Da, da, da. Here, the FBI saying she gone. She gone. she dipped, y'all. I would dip too. I would be, and the fact that she was dating that baseball guy, that Yankee dude, man. First of all, Yankees suck. I always thought that dude was mad corny, kind of like that Corey Gamble guy. Corny. I don't give a crap how much money he got. He dresses like an old man with his pants up to here. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I'm clowning today. It's Monday. Hey. I had plenty of coffee this morning and lots of rest over the weekend. But the whole Corey Gamble thing, like, how you getting, like, you living in Calabasas with Kris Kardashian? How'd you get the whole way to her house, clear on the other end of town there, before the coroners even got there? Like, and there's like some dude, I'm not sure who he is. I'm gonna have to like look and see and ask some of my homegirls if they know who the guy is standing behind him, Corey Gamble, in the pictures where the coroner is. But he looked kind of suspect too. And Gene Dell, Diddy's old bodyguard, was even saying about like how the laptop and the phone and all this stuff from Kim's house went missing. And I mean, think about it. If she's coming out with a tell-all book, and if that book that I read over the weekend is the actual book, they said there's more to it. They just didn't publish it all. Man, just the first chapter alone of that book, y'all haven't read it, it's on Amazon. It's like $22. It's 60 pages long, but there's a lot of detail in that book. Yeah, J-Lo, no wonder she's skipping town. I put my head in the sand if I was her. I would not come up for air for quite a while. Not only does she got a drunk for a husband that she's divorcing, and this chick, I want to say it, but I can't really say it on here. She penis hop a lot. She go from one to the next to the next. And I get it, you J-Lo, but Jesus, take a break, take a breath, girl. Like, she probably already on to the next. I mean, it's sick. But I always heard as well from living in Atlanta that Usher had the herpes and stuff. Now, I know because we were up at Lake Lanier, and I know his stepson, that girl that he was married to or something, and he was like on the jet skis and had an accident and stuff up there. But even up there, we always heard all the rumors and stuff because that's, where it happened, about him having herpes. And he'd go to the strip clubs and hand out fake money down there and stuff. Man, that dude, he would have these Usher bugs, they said. Because I knew a girl that she was a dancer at Magic City. And she said that he would come into some of the clubs and stuff, and the girls would complain about how he would give out money. And it looked real, they said. The money looked legit. So they thinking they getting paid. They dancing all night for Usher, man. They didn't get a penny. They got Usher bugs, like Monopoly money. I'm like, what the sideways, backwards bull shellacky is that? Like, yeah. So I personally think, and I thought about it, and I was like, man, like, this stuff isn't new in Hollywood. Because you think, like, back in, like, Red Fox days, and, like, I love Red Fox show, Richard Pryor, you always hear about the stories about Richard Pryor being on the DL and stuff. And I'm trying to think. The Godfather, Richard Pryor, De Niro, all of these A-list celebrities, even back then, was rumors about how they were all, back then they called it gay. I mean, now we call it some other stuff, he, she, it, whatever we call it, but whatever. If you got a penis in between your legs, you a dude. I don't give a shh. And if you got a vajayjay, you a girl. So let's keep it real. But yeah, so obviously this stuff, this ain't nothing new in Hollywood. It's been going on, y'all, for obviously since before I, even before I knew, before I, was even born. But I don't know if the money, they say it's a ritual. Let's see what y'all gotta say. Let me put my glasses on, y'all. Oh. Man, Gene Deal, funny. Man, him and what is it, Jaguar or whatever her name is, them two, and we got Cat Williams that been telling it for a while. Who else has been telling it? 50 Cent, like, and what's that other chick, Aubrey? Like, we got all these people, and the interview, I had to go back and rewatch it over the weekend because it's that girl, not Virginia, Gina, that Diddy was dating. She come out with that interview a while back, about 4 or 5 years ago, talking about how, she was, all the abuse and stuff with Diddy. And it's like, nobody believed her. Nobody cared. Like, whatever. Diddy wouldn't do that. Nah. Diddy on the DL? Nah. Because I read through some of the comments and people were like, Diddy ain't doing that. Like, Diddy did it. Diddy did a lot of mother effers, y'all. He couldn't do that in Detroit. Man, you know what? Let me tell y'all a funny story. When I was growing up in Atlanta, I always heard, because, kind of like up north, people make fun of West Virginians for being like hillbilly type people or whatever. But I don't even think they're that bad. In Atlanta, in Georgia, we always made fun of, the people from Alabama. But we always heard that in Alabama, it was against the law to, do it in the back door. You could get locked up if you was doing it in the back door. So I think if Diddy was in Alabama, he'd be locked up. Just saying. I don't know if it's true or if it's still against the law down there, y'all. Yeah. So I don't know if it's a ritual with these celebrities, or if it's just, I don't even think it's a ritual, because I think it's just their way of taking advantage of these young people coming, through their doors to try to get famous, like Justin and Usher. Especially with them being guys. Oh, if we got to take it in, we got to do it in the back door, or you got to go down and do this and that. I don't think it's a ritual though, because that, and I don't know if these guy celebrities, I get it. Like, they all trying to come off like they straight. You all ain't straight if y'all are dipping and doing all that dirty on the low with each other behind closed doors. Y'all ain't straight. And if y'all got a wife like Kevin Hart, this is his second wife, and he still cheats on her all the time. It's like, if y'all are doing all of that nastiness, y'all are not some straight guys. But this stuff has been going on, like, even back before De Niro and Richard Pryor and all of them, because we've all heard them stories too that, have came out. And what goes on in the dark always comes to light, y'all. I don't give a crap how much effing money y'all have. I don't care how much you pay somebody off or get rid of or do whatever you got to do to hide the evidence. The truth always comes out, always. It doesn't matter who you are. I could go cheat on my dude and it's going to come out. It might be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whoever. Truth always comes out though. But it's funny though to see Diddy going down though, because I never really cared for that dude. I don't know, something about that dude. And even when the whole situation with Suge Knight, y'all, was going on, and Suge Knight and 50 Cent and Cat and, Jaguar and Aubrey or whatever the heck her name, the little blonde hair, pretty girl, But they all getting the last laugh. They all need a huge round of applause and an apology, because these people have been trying to shut them up for years, man. And it took all this time, and for Cassie to finally just come out and be like, you know what, enough is enough. Line, the line in the sand, y'all. Here's my boundaries. You're gonna stop going into your little ceremonies and blowing kisses and saying, bring the girls to my house. Who the hell wants to take some children? Why would Cassie want to take her kids to Diddy's freak show house? Like, listen, man, we all know the word that starts with a P. I can't say it definitely can't say that word on here. But if there's any truth to him and these young underage kids, boys and girls, we all know that P word. And we all know them prisoners in jail don't like it. And Sean Knight even said, yeah, you need to be worried. Yeah. From Alabama. Your pops is from Alabama. Oh man, it was dirty. I was actually in Alabama over the summer, down at the Gulf Shores. I love that place. It was the second time I've ever been down there. But yeah, we went to the beach and stuff. That was fun. Hey, I'm from the South. I love just being around all the Southerners. And it's funny because the people that I was with when we went down to Alabama, because right now I live up north, and when we went down, everybody was like, after we was there for a few days and stuff, they're like, man, listen to your accent coming back. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I got a messed up accent. I've always been kind of back and forth, but yeah, kind of lost it. And but it's funny, as soon as you get around them, as soon as I got around the Southerners just for a little while, that accent came right back. The Motor City. Oh, okay. Detroit. Have you ever ate at the M&M Spaghetti Spa, Mom's Spaghetti Shop? I know we was going to stop up there the one summer. I went up that way to Chicago. We never. Is it any good? They say his spaghetti spot is like off the. That spaghetti is like the bomb. What's my kid? I'm trying to think of what my kids say. The bomb.com. Yeah, they say it's fire or whatever them kids be saying. Yeah. Oh shit, man. Oh, okay, the chili. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll probably go up that way when I go up to Canada and stuff and do all of that, but slide through there, get some. But even Eminem, have y'all heard his? He even came out, man. I had to listen to that the other day. It was Eminem came out with a diss song about Diddy as well, man. Yeah. I don't know if I could find it on here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, you know what though? The copyright, I'd probably get in trouble for playing it. Yeah. YouTube is funny like that. I think YouTube is in on it too. Because we can't say this word, we can't say this word, we can't say this person's name, da 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 da. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't care. I mean, if I can't say all this stuff, then that tells me something that somebody hiding something behind YouTube. I know Elon Musk was saying about buying, I think, YouTube. I know he bought Twitter. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was saying about buying YouTube, and he went and censor out all the stuff that we can and can't say and show and do. But yeah, all the crap that has came out over the weekend, guys, y'all. It's even the picture of J-Lo in bed. I'm trying to think of what else there was, man. There was so much stuff, and I was just like. And Chris Brown, when he got into and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when he first got started, he was young. He was like 13, 14. And he says that when he first, because he's from VA, so he's, my neck of the woods. But he was saying about how when he first met Diddy, he went into Diddy's office and he had met J. We call me and my homegirls. We call Jennifer Lopez Miss International because she don't discriminate with nobody. She's like, hey, I'm open for business. I mean, what? Jennifer Lopez has been married, what, 5 times, 20, 30? She's international, y'all. She don't care. And the FBI saying she out of the country. So she a big time hoe. She an old hoe. Yeah, but Chris Brown, though, I think he said he was like 15 when he first met Diddy. And he went in and, he's like, yeah, I went in with my homeboy. And his dad was our manager at the time. And he's like, yeah, I don't like, he basically looked at Chris Brown and was like, I don't like you. And Chris Brown's like jokingly, because Chris Brown got jokes too. Like, you can't make fun of me. I got jokes. Please, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. He's like, what? Is it because I'm light skinned and he's a dark skinned boy? I can't make this up, y'all. He even said it in one of his interviews, and I was like, so obviously he got, like, everybody gets that weird vibe apparently when they meet Diddy. And if they don't, there's something wrong with their radar. Like, it's kind of like going into, like, it would be like me going into a room full of all guys that, like, 100 guys that ain't straight. I mean, I think I could figure that out pretty quickly. Like, I don't know. But they say that from what I see of Diddy and what Kim Porter even described in her book, that Diddy is a huge, huge, huge classic. You look it up in the dictionary, if we still had a dictionary, you Google it, you see the word narcissist, you see Diddy's face. Like, I mean, and I'm not sure what Jennifer Lopez, like, I mean, when she first got started, she was just a fly girl, on what was that, In Living Color or something, I think it was. But she was just like, she was a background dancer in Janet Jackson's video, like a moth to a flame. She got burnt by Diddy. She got them herpes probably. She burning. She like Usher. She letting it burn. Woo, too much coffee, y'all. Yeah, but let it burn, let it burn. Yeah, but Gene Dell, he was Diddy, like, and it's like, okay, I know a lot of people are like, why is Gene Dell coming out talking? Like, why is he talking so much? Why not? If you got a story and it's your story, it's yours to tell. Whether or not he's getting paid, who cares? If he's getting paid, he's getting paid. But, I mean, I don't know. But the whole Corey Gamble thingy, like, that dude is so corny. And he's a nobody. Like, nobody heard of this dude. He come out with this Scooter. Scooter starts with a B, I think, y'all. But Scooter is like, the manager that Justin got rid of. Scooter Barnes, I think it is. But he come out like, I guess he must have been working for the Scooter guy. Well, I ain't never heard of you. Ain't nobody else. Like, who? And all of a sudden you're dating the monarchy of the Kardashians, the freak show, the Kardashian hoes. I mean, like, but in my opinion, I think here's what happened. I think, and they, yes, I forgot about this. Corey Gamble, they say that Corey Gamble is cousins to Diddy, y'all. That's the stuff you don't see when you Google. Now, if that's true, hell, even if it ain't true, here's what I think happened. I think Diddy's close with the Kardashians. And if truth be told, because the word on the curb is, it's not Oprah, it's not Ellen, it ain't any of those. It's the Kris Kardashian. She's the one calling all the shows, and she's the one that's a lot worse than P. Diddy. Now, here's the thing. She's dating Corey Gamble all of a sudden, and all of a sudden he's best friends with Kim Porter, who's coming out with a tell-all. Now, Diddy was probably like, look, Kris, I need somebody to take care of, like an inside man, like an informant. Let's send in Corey. He can act like he's all bestie with Kim Porter. Tell me what I need to know. The inside scoop. Found out she's coming out with a tell-all. That, or she was like, you know what, at some point, screw you, Diddy. I'm coming out with a tell-all. Da, 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 da. Y'all know how girls are when we get fed the and we're like, you know what, mother, blah, 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 blah. That's why, blah, blah. Y'all know the story. Y'all know how women are. We be in our feelings some days. And I think that Corey went in and, you know, befriended Kim, became buddy with her. Somebody went in after her, you know, assistant, housekeeper, whatever it was that left, 8 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock comes rolling around. Her phone, laptop, everything's gone, and Corey Gamble's there. Man, they really need to reopen that case. That's for sure. Yeah, they need to reopen that case and reopen the Shine case as well. But Jay-Z, though, yeah, let's talk about Jay-Z real quick. Jay-Z, and because I was thinking maybe it was like Beyonce or something. Because we know it ain't Kim Kardashian. Because Kim Kardashian, she's too worried about, she got a revolving door at her house in her bedroom. She's too worried about laying on her back, let alone. And she's not she's not smart. She claims, oh, I'm a lawyer. No, she ain't. Did she even graduate high school? I know word on the curb is the only one of them girls that ever graduated high school technically was the oldest, the little small one, Courtney. But even her, they say she, like in real life, they say she stink like Dio because she don't wear deodorant, y'all. Ooh, this stuff I hear, y'all don't understand. But yeah, I definitely don't think it's Kim. I could see the more power play and the more controlling would be the Kris Kardashian. And we all know that, you know, we've all seen the, you know, her younger ones hanging out with Justin, and they were friends with the girl that he's married to. For whatever reason, I've always liked Justin, though. He's cool. You know, in my mind, he's still a little kid. So let's see what y'all got to say here. Oh, yeah. They definitely using Jay-Z. They've always been using, Mr. Camel Face, Joe Camel from the cigarettes, y'all. I think and even in the book, in the Kim book, Jay-Z wasn't like he is now. He was, and see, growing up, like, you know, when I was a teenager in the 90s, you know, I was in high school. So you all know I was all about KRS-One, Jay-Z, and all these, you know, like all of them. And Diddy was never on my top of my list. I never even owned one of his CDs. Like, he was a nobody. How I liked Mace better than I did Diddy, and even that's it. Even Mace even came out swinging. No wonder Mace became a preacher, because all the evilness coming from Diddy, you could just look at him and see his horn sticking out his head, man. It's just. But he said that those songs they sang together were the songs he wrote. They were his songs. They were Mace's songs. Mace came out swinging like, yep, that was my stuff. That was I was supposed to get paid for all of that, not Diddy. Like, I'm not getting the royalties from any of that. Man, it's like, And now that I think more people are like, at first I was like, man, these celebrities ain't going to snitch nobody out. But Nino Brown in New Jack City, man, that's got Diddy written all over it. Diddy gonna snitch. He coming out snitching any way he can get his freedom. He gonna snitch. He's like, if I'm going down, everybody going down. So it's gonna be interesting to see what all plays out. But these people been telling, man, we got Jaguar Wright, we got Gene Dell, we got Cat Williams, 50 Cent. We got all these people that have been telling us for decades now. Decades. Nobody wanted to believe that Diddy was on the DL, that Diddy was doing it in the back door, but Diddy be hitting that back door every chance, man. And even in the tell-all book, it says about his first time getting it in the back door with Kim. He begged Kim to, go and get one and put it, in his behind, and that after the fact, it was when they first started dating. He wanted her to strap it on and take it in the back. And then after the fact, he was full blood. that Kim Porter book, man, I don't know who wrote it or if it's her actual words, but God bless them for giving us the dirt, y'all. Woo! Hallelujah. Man, that book is graphic though, y'all. But then she says that she kind of dipped and dodged Diddy for a while because it was kind of weird. I bet it was. You done plugged him up. Ooh, she plugged him. So but it says she plugged him in the back, and then he begged her and begged her and begged her and begged her to put it, like the next time he saw her, he was like, look, I'm sorry if it got weird, blah, blah, blah. I won't ever ask you to do it again. Can we kind of start over? And she agreed. And a little while went on, and then he would, he started begging her. And the word on the curb is Diddy like some big baby. The word on the street, y'all, is that Diddy, the bigger the better, as big as he can get it at this point. So, if God forbid, if Diddy was to have the Hershey squirts, it would, oh my goodness, somebody better put a diaper on that man, y'all. Like, oh man. I'm just saying, put a diaper on Diddy. But yeah, that book says that, Jay-Z, Diddy, and Kim Porter. So pretty much nobody's off limits to Diddy. Because back when Jay-Z, and it says about it in the book as well. I don't think Kim, it didn't say that Kim, strapped up with Jay-Z, but she definitely made Diddy bleed, it said. Woo, and then she said out of nowhere, like about, I think a year or so later, he just started begging her. Like, it felt so good. It felt so good, Kim. I want you to do it again. Da, 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 da. La, 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 la. And Kim, in this book said, Kim at some point said in this book that Diddy didn't want to be married. Diddy couldn't be just by himself because Diddy is gay. It says it in the book, and I'm like, wow. All right. Well, and she said that the person that when she was sitting there at the kitchen table in the morning, Diddy come out, and then this dude, and he was butt naked. And when he turned around, that she could see bodily fluids all dried up and doo-doo all dried up on the backside of this guy. And now this guy is the alleged guy. They X'd out the name, but it was like blank, 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 XXX, in the book. So whoever this guy is the guy that took and did the situation with Biggie that we all obviously know about. So I don't think it was Jay-Z, because Jay-Z, like, Jay-Z kind of corny too. Jay-Z is just, he ain't no better than Diddy, but I don't know if I look for him to go down, because right now Jay-Z got B. Like, they got the whole empire. And I could never figure, like I said, I could never figure out how Diddy, I mean, I can figure it out, obviously, that Diddy's like, okay, I'm the bottom man here. Yeah, he's the bottom. But he's the bottom dude. And we got Tupac and we got Biggie. These are my two main competitions for me to get rich and famous and shine like the star that I wanted. So had them both taken out. The dude that had the dried semen on the back of him and the dry shit on the backside of him that Kim Porter writes about in her book is the one that handled the situation that did Biggie. Now, the book even said that they had threesomes with the girl, Quincy Jones's daughter, that was the fiance to Tupac when he passed. And there was an event, like what's them award shows? You know, them award shows them celebrities all go to, and they get fancy and smancy and stuff. One of those type of things. And you know, she comes, like the fiance, Quincy Jones's daughter, comes over talking about, I know you, blah, 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 are the one that had, you know, Pac bang, bang, banged. I know it was you, Diddy. Da, 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 da. And it says that in Kim Porter's book that Diddy didn't say too much back to her, because Quincy Jones would have had his, you know. So obviously there's a few people that's higher up than Diddy, at least in Diddy's head. But the book also stated that at this event, she was drinking ginger ale, Quincy Jones's daughter, the fiance to Tupac, y'all, at the time. And Diddy and Kim were there together, and Jay-Z was there, and Mary J. Blige, I think it was, or not Eve, but Faith Evans. And the book says the girl was, you know, Quincy Jones's daughter was drinking some ginger ale. So they had like a pitcher of ginger ale, and she wanted some more ginger ale. Diddy takes it and is like, oh, I'll get it refilled. He goes off to the side here and urinates and takes it back over to her, pours her a drink, and is like, here's your drink. Now, his bodyguard went over and stopped her from drinking some piss, y'all. Diddy's piss, man. Like, and I could see Diddy is dirty like that. I could see him doing some nasty shit like that. I don't understand it, y'all, but Diddy dirty, y'all. Diddy is going down. And honestly, I know they keep saying, oh, that prison that he's in up in Newark, or is it Brooklyn or Newark? I think I don't know, but they need to keep him in that nasty prison, because if you or I get in federal charges and we go to prison there and we have to go, like, and we live in that, you know, that section, that's the prison we got to go to. So if it's good enough for us, then it should be good enough for him. Like, nah, he should have to stay there and suffer, and he should be in the general population in that prison with the rest of them folks and let them take care of his dirty ass. Better yet, put him in a jail cell with Suge. Put him in that. I want to see Diddy in a jail cell with Suge Knight. And let's see who comes out winning, because we know it ain't going to be Diddy. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I've been on here for a while, but I hope y'all have a blessed day. And if y'all are new to my channel, guys, hey, welcome. I like to have fun, guys. But yeah, welcome to my channel, and hit that like button and the subscribe button, guys. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye.